What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. It is Sunday, the 24th of December, 2023. Merry Christmas Eve. Is it a white Christmas where you are? Certainly not in St. Louis. It's currently 61 degrees as I'm shooting this crazy weather going on here. A lot of news happened this week. Hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas tomorrow. Let's get into the headlines. As always, the first link below will take you over to the Patreon post. Let's jump into some of this. Let's see here. We got India logs, be advised, 288 COVID cases, JN.1 variant, 1 death. Be advised, JN.1 is the new variant. CDC issues health advisory over low vaccination rates across the United States. What's wrong with you crazy people? Get your vaccines. This lady has a message for you, everybody.
This is just your friendly neighborhood PSA that if you catch COVID while you're Christmas shopping this weekend, you're going to be too sick to do anything on Christmas. And if you catch COVID while you're Christmas shopping next weekend, you're also going to be sick, but you're not going to know it yet, so you're going to give it to your whole family. If that does not sound like your idea of a good time, mask up while you're out today. It's not hard.
From your masking Karen. Other news going on here. We got Honor Guard collapses at Justice O'Connor. Lies and repos. Check this out. Look, it's very mysterious. I don't know what happened here.
The body of late Supreme Court Justice
Watch the
Sandra Day
background.
O'Connor
What's happening there?
Lying in repose in the court's great hall.
The media doesn't know what to say.
Now has a chance to say goodbye.
Huh.
Oh, looks like so we're just watching this live with you, and we had a moment here where someone who was coming.
Yeah, very peculiar what's going on. Be advised, football community rocked as promising star 20 dies of heart attack. Don't know what happened. It's very baffling. Everyone's confused. Other news going on. Trump has been kicked off the Colorado ballot in 14th. I know everybody's already worried. Boy, are they trying to initiate a civil war or what? That was a mistake, Colorado. It's going to be interesting to see where that goes. The Attorney General up in New York, listen to what she had to say. The trial was over before it ever began. Listen, Ms. Scrolling, listen to her own words.
In fraud and unjustly enriched himself, his family, and his business.
Listen.
Before this trial even began, the judge ruled in our favor and found that Donald Trump did.
Before this trial even began, the judge ruled in our favor. Yeah, that's how the justice system's supposed to work, right? Biden approval rating at record low in new poll. Let's see, his approval rating is 34% and 61% on disapprove. Oh, no, not Biden. Oh, come on. You crazy. He seems to be confused this week here a little bit from Joe Biden. Somebody asked him if they're expecting a new hostage deal in Gaza.
Are we expecting a hostage deal anytime soon? Yes.
Wait, what? Where?
Well, where? Oh, no, I was talking about... You're talking about we're pushing it. There's no expectation at this point.
Yes, but there's no expectation. Okay. And why didn't the White House disclose that Hunter Biden was on the list traveling with the president?
We were all just watching the first family's
Isn't
return
he like
from Delaware
in contempt of
on
Congress
Moran
or something?
1,
He didn't show up for some
Peter
subpoena or something like that?
Noticed someone hop off the chopper who was not on the passenger list the White House gave us. Hunter Biden. So Hunter is apparently here at the White House after defying a congressional subpoena while being indicted.
What will anyone do about it? Absolutely nothing. Jill Biden, press secretary, forced out of White House after he tried to take gay dates to his hotel room on secure floor where the president was staying. Oh no. And I got one at the bottom here, adults in charge. Speaking of the Joe Biden administration, top 9 degenerative Democrat scandals under Joe Biden. You can, oh my goodness, some of this stuff I probably should. There's all kinds of stuff. Oh, look at all this stuff going on. Oh, the scandal. Whose cocaine was it, Joe? Over to financial news, how major U.S. stock indexes fared on the Friday, 12/22. Let's see. The Dow Jones fell 18 points, closed the week at 37,385. For the week, the Dow was up 80 points, so still above 37,000 on the Dow. Do I hear 38? I don't know. Let's see here. I don't mean to freak people out. Here we go. A warning from some reporter somewhere that there's about to be a financial collapse. I came across this. I don't know. I'll put a link to it. But against other signs, Bidenomics study, 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck during the holiday season. But there's plenty of money for Ukraine and Israel and all that. I am just waiting to die. Social Security clawbacks drive some into homelessness. Apparently, Social Security overpaid a lot of people, and now they're coming for their money, and they're just taking it back and making people homeless. Millions of student loan borrowers still aren't paying their bills. That's from Fox Business. We got U.S. Steel. Here's a depressing story. Once the world's largest corporation agrees to sell itself to a Japanese company. U.S. Steel, Japanese company. This is what's happening, folks, from CNN Business. We got Pfizer completes $43 billion acquisition of Segan. Guess what they sell? Look at this. I went looking for proof. Here's their website. They are now part of Pfizer. And what is it that they do? Oh, they're reimagining the future of cancer. Their cancer treatment plus Pfizer. What a great idea. especially since there's plenty of cancer to go around. Put a link to that. Other news, we got Giuliani files for bankruptcy after $148 million defamation loss. Boy, the New World Order just threw him under the bus. Teamsters approved strike against Anheuser-Busch months after the controversy. This has come out December 18th, so I guess there's going to be something going on there. And New York to consider reparations for descendants of enslaved people. Seriously, come on. Nobody owes you shit. Get over it. Over to New World Order and Police State News, where I stop and ask you, please share the report. There's a lot of important stuff coming. I'm just going to play a little bit of this clip. Can't play too much of it because it goes on to talk about things. This guy, apparently his father was part of the World Economic Forum, and just listen to some of the stuff he has to say.
Then you have the WEF, the World Economic Forum, which my father was a co-founder and left Klaus Schwab out of disgust in the early 80s, that has diplomatic immunity. I, as a Swiss citizen, right here now, declare that the WEF is not eligible anymore for the...
He wants them all arrested. Check out the entire video clip. OpenAI demos control method for super intelligent AI. Researchers asked GPT-2 to command the much more powerful Let's put it all in charge of the AI. Oh boy, a new bill could force Chick-fil-A to be open on Sundays at some locations in New York. Isn't their whole thing for being closed on Sundays because it's like God's Day or something like that? Isn't that what Chick-fil-A does? So now they're going to be forced to be open on Sundays against their will? I don't know. Speaking of that, though, PA School District asks bus drivers to remove Christmas decor for inclusivity. Sparks out. How dare you? How dare you want to celebrate Christmas and Jesus and all this? This is not allowed. This won't be accepted. Pope approves blessing for same-sex couples that must not resemble marriage. Well, I'm not a religious person myself, and I personally don't care what two grown adults want to do, male, female, whatever. But I know a lot of people in the religious realm would probably have a problem with that. I don't know. Speaking of that, let's listen to some of this.
Let's do a tour of my inclusive
this is
classroom.
A queer, non-binary elementary school teacher
where
advertises for
while we'll be growing
homeschooling.
throughout the year, we did our identity maps. And what is identity?
What is identity?
A large collection of books.
I identified as a fish with a big penis.
Here is our math studio wall.
Yeah. Here's another teacher giving you some more stuff.
If you're a teacher and you consider yourself to be an ally to queer students, I'm sure you already know to ask them their preferred name and their preferred pronouns, but don't overlook the importance of asking them who you can use these pronouns and this name in front of.
You can't use that in front of their parents.
Can I use it in front of your parents, your classmates, other teachers, administration, everything like that?
I don't understand what's happening in this world. Abbott signs law. Over to immigration news, allowing Texas to arrest migrants, setting up he's saying you come across our border, it's now a state crime. Mexican president rages against migrant law in Texas. I didn't know we cared about your opinion, Mr. President over there. Put a link to that show Edge. Speaking of the border, we got this going on. People are down on the border filming.
Hey, you dirty Americans, get out of the way. This is the illegal immigrants country. What do you guys think you're doing? This country's for illegal immigrants. You guys are dirty Americans. Get out.
Right on him, we got James O'Keefe confronting a bus driver.
The migrant buses are pulling up here. We're going to take a look at what's going on.
Buses full of immigrants. Put a link to that. And I got one miscellaneous at the bottom. I wasn't quite sure where to file this. Here was this handcuffed man hit with stun gun by Alabama police after stopping to change tire. Listen, look at a little bit of this lady.
Oh yeah. I'm saying what you saying. Oh yeah.
He's handcuffed.
Oh my God. Okay.
He's handcuffed over her car, and she's steadily tasing him because he's talking.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This. Listen, watch.
You want it again?
You want it again?
You was big and bad. Shut
your bitch ass up. Yeah, he's at the very least has a lawsuit there. Well, you would think with my bootlicking love of law enforcement that I would ignore a story like that. Where are we now? Over to World War III news. We got a bunch of stuff going on. Operation Prosperity Guardian. Pentagon launches expansive naval coalition to defend the Red Sea Passage. Put a link to that. I heard some countries are backing out of it, though. I got another link on it. U.S. and allies take on over 100 attacks by Houthis in the Red Sea. Put a link to that. We got a $2 million missile versus $2,000 drone. Pentagon worried over the cost. Oh, come on. You get the Pentagon's. This is the military-industrial complex. There's no worry there. Iranian spy ship helps the Houthis direct attacks on the Red Sea vessels. That from the Wall Street Journal. Other news going on. NATO troops directly involved in Ukraine conflict, says Russia. Put a link to that. Meanwhile, Zelensky says Ukraine plans to mobilize 500,000 more soldiers after a difficult year, but vows to beat Putin. Good luck with that. Other news, North Korea, Kim again threatens to use "I'd blow up the whole world." But and did you know that he actually banned people from laughing, drinking, and shopping for 11 days to observe the anniversary of Kim Jong-un's, his father's death? You'll not laugh, you'll not drink, you'll not shop for how much? 11 days. UN Security Council passes resolution to increase Gaza aid delivery. That from Al Jazeera. Got a couple more here. U.S. Space Command, be advised, reaches full operational capability. Not quite sure what that means. Put a link to that. U.S. military forces, however, face mutiny of enlisted Gen Zers. Look at what's going on here, man. People are they're getting kind of pissed off. They joined the military because they were promised all these things, and none of these things are happening. So there's a mutiny going on there. And I got one miscellaneous at the bottom. I don't know why Jenna Ellis tweeted this. Would you be cool with Christian beheading a statue of Allah in Iowa State Capitol? What? I guess if there's a decent snack bar nearby. Over 2 earth changes in 2012 news. I got the earthquake map set up for 6 points and above for the past week. We had a 6-1 on the 22nd, 6-4 on the 22nd, 6-1, 6-1, 6-2. A lot of 6s going on around the world. Drop down to 5s for a second. A lot of 5s always around the planet. I'll put a link to the latest earthquake data. Iceland volcano eruption. Yes, I tweeted this out this week. Toxic air warning. It finally happened. We've been looking for this volcano for months now. And boom, there goes hot lava all over the place. Watch vehicles floating in the main waters up in the northeast. You got everything's flooded up there. Vehicles floating around. Craziness. Meanwhile, down in over in California, speaking of water, they have okayed the new rules for turning wastewater directly into drinking water. Yummy. Into that. Up in New York, we got a propane tank explodes. A propane truck hits railroad bridge and explodes. See here. Oh, look at that. There's a little breaking news. And that break. Let's fast forward here a little bit.
Working on the bridge, you can see.
I thought there was some. Yeah, here we go. There you go. There's some. So, a propane truck hit a railroad bridge and kaboom. Meanwhile, down in Texas, incident involving overturned 18-wheeler carrying an estimated 60,000 pounds of watermelons. Oh my God, there's watermelons all over the highway in Texas. Put a link to that. Official leading Biden's electric vehicle push steps down in surprise move after heavy GOP opposition. You mean electric cars aren't working? Did you know that? Now, this is an older story. This is from September, but I don't. I guess maybe I didn't see this one. Trump rips Biden on electric arm. He's going to make army tanks, electric army tanks. Seriously? They won't go very far, you're right. And if a missile hits them, they're going to explode twice because the lithium-ion battery probably doesn't like a missile being shot at it. MIT's trillion frames per second camera can capture light as it travels. Wow, speed of light camera. Put a link to that. Nice stuff. Meanwhile, here's another one that I didn't know about either. November 23rd, when this came out, Earth slammed by ultra-powerful goddess particle cosmic ray. We had no idea where it came from. Speaking of the speed of light, put a link to that. I got a couple leaked UFO documents show U.S. officials mutual meeting with aliens at the crash site. I don't know about that, but we do have UFO caught on camera hovering over Air Force One at LAX during Joe Biden's fundraising trip to Los Angeles. They're saying somewhere that's going to be a UFO right there. When hot green alien bitches show up on my backyard, then I'll believe. It's okay if they glow in the dark. That can be kind of fun. Over to strange and bizarre news. Let's see what we got. All kinds of craziness. Be advised, some disturbing content coming up. Gunman kills 14, injures 25 in Czech Republic's worst mass shooting. I wonder what your gun laws are like. I'll put a link to that. Back in America, we had Dunkin' workers pull guns on customers after asking for manager, cops say. They said, "You're all gonna die." Put a link to that. Wow. Dunkin', you out of control. Robbers pistol whip women and 5-year-old girl during a home invasion in New York.
Home on Staten Island earlier yesterday.
They kick open a door and they go in and they start pistol whipping people.
Guns were demanding money and jewelry. According to police, they hit.
Getting crazy, man. We got, let's see, wow, moment Joe Biden, gas and shock, car smashes into the motorcade. I think somebody accidentally ran into the motorcade. I think it's being hailed as an accident, but he did some damage to his car, to say the least. I think maybe he was confused. Maybe he's not. I don't think it was deliberate. Put a link to that. We got horrific SUV crash in Colorado. Look at this. Look, I got to play some of this for you. Let me turn this down a little bit. Watch this. Apparently, they don't know that SUV can be kind of top heavy, especially when you're backing up. There's a reason why we only have one gear in reverse, Everyone got smushed. I think a couple people might have died. I'll put a link to that. Dallas fatal crash. Sends pedestrian through the windshield. Driver continued. This man hit someone. The guy went through his windshield and landed in the passenger seat, and he drove that way with his new passenger for like 30-something miles or something. 38 miles with his new passenger and a broken windshield. You talk about bizarre. Wow. Furious Alec Baldwin clashes with anti-Israel mob in NYC. Protesters accuse him of genocide, taunted him, "Oh, we know you shot that lady." So he got into a fight with some people. We'll link to that. Somewhere else, a woman got punched in the face as protesters of Israeli-Hamas war disrupt holiday party in Detroit. They got some local footage on that. People fighting it out over this thing. Boy and girl found guilty of murder of teenager. Very sad story here. I think it was a 16-year-old and a 16-year-old and a 15-year-old killed this girl. Made me think of the Sarah Boone story. That's the girl who killed her boyfriend by locking him in a suitcase. I've been wanting to watch this trial, but she's been getting all these continuances because she keeps getting in disagreements with her lawyer. I got an update on Sarah Boone here. This came out October 30, but she's court date set for some time, January 16, 2024. So that last story made me think of this story. It's just strange and bizarre stuff, so that'd be a trial to watch. And I got a couple more here. Trans activist calls to kill trans folks. Let me just play a little bit of this PSA.
Not to be like overly dramatic or anything, can we just start stabbing transphobes at this point? Like, we have such a big problem of transphobic people being fucking idiots and not getting their shit kicked in. Can we just start kicking their shit in? It would be so much easier for everyone. The entire world would be so much better if we could just stab a transphobe. Say some
FBI might be somebody you want to keep an eye on. And I got one at the bottom. World's shortest woman celebrates her 30th birthday. Shout out to her and happy birthday. Put it like that. For all the news, please check my favorite videos. We got the Klaus Schwab Vaximus Hits 23 over there. Civil War official trailer. Yeah, there's current events for you. Dimcad's got one desperate to stop Trump. Colorado removes him from the ballot. The other guy removed himself from the ballot, whatever his name is. I don't know. Let's see. South City woman. And this is his video out of St. Louis. They stealing people's rims in St. Louis. They put her car up on blocks and just took her wheels. But like that, got some Iceland volcano stuff. Definitely check out my favorites for updated news. And thank you to everybody still putting out content, keeping everyone informed. You guys are doing awesome work. I got a couple shout outs. I got to give a shout out to Alex Jones. It's so good to see you back on Twitter. He did a video about the whole Trump being removed from the Colorado ballot thing. I'm just playing a second of this real quick.
The Supreme Court of Colorado, in a 4-3 decision, without Trump ever being convicted of January 6th or any other garbage, just said Trump is off the ballot in the primary, so you can't vote for him.
I'll put a link to that. Shout out to Alex. If you don't like Alex, don't click on the link. I don't know what to tell you. And shout out to Bob Moran. Now, his guy is an artist that's putting out, I mean, if you want to take a look at that picture, pull it up and look. I mean, there's so much going on here. This reminds me of David D's work back in the day. You know, you got pretty much everybody represented here. I love how Bill Clinton has a boner, and I mean, come on, that's good. You got to pull it up and just examine it for yourself. All the stuff going on. I had to give a shout out to that. To Truth Art, right on. That's all I got for this week, guys. If you'd like to report, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you think it sucked, it's the worst you've ever seen. You never want to see again. And please rate, though. It helps me around. You can also follow me on all my links below. The BitChute, the Twitter, the Gab, the Rumble, all the links are at the bottom. You can support me on Patreon or directly to DonorBox. I put a lot into these reports. A lot went into this one. I'm trying to get this one done early and get it up because I got several things going on. I hope everybody's having a good and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and whatever it is you celebrate. If you don't celebrate anything, I hope you're having a good weekend. There's a lot of madness to go around in the world. What's going to happen in the new year? I mean, we're just a couple days away from 2024. I mean, this Donald Trump thing off the ballot in Colorado. Is other states? I heard something about Michigan might do something like that. I don't know. That's for that lady. Is she still the governor up there, that lady? Man, the World War III news, the Red Sea, the COVID's still at kind of a lull. You know, all the CDC's disappointed that people aren't, so maybe something new will come along. I don't know, but there's definitely a lot going on. That's all I got for now. You guys have a great rest of the weekend. Have a good week. Merry Christmas if you do the Christmas thing, and Happy Holidays if you do something else, and just have a great week if you don't do anything at all. That's fine with me, but until the next one, you guys take care, stay safe, remain vigilant always. I love you so much. I will see you